What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is Crafty coming at you with a crafty conversation for this week. And today we are featuring Destiny 2's teaser, a trailer, my impressions and reaction from it. So without any further delay, let's jump into that. So first off, the trailer itself I thought was well done. It was once again very interesting and making you want to play the game now. However, of course, I do keep my reservations about it after all of the mess that was Destiny 1 throughout its years and the really horrible business model we continuously were provided with all the way even into Rise of Iron, which was their last expansion. So that really puts a bit of a reality on my shoulders where when I look at Destiny 2, it's hard for me to get excited because I just wonder, are we already going to see the same kind of things happen to where we consistently give the money and are shafted? We'll see. But with the trailer itself, it was very well done, very exciting. Cannot wait for the official trailer to be released. But until then, we only have this to go on. So what do I think about it? Well, clearly the Cabal are actually going to be our main threat, has teased in the Taken King. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you just played the mission and didn't pay attention, or you never played the Taken King, or what have you. The Taken King had a mission where you were featured into going in and shutting down a signal being sent out by the Cabal and to understand what it was. Now, when you get to said signal and you do shut it down, it has already actually been sent and transmitted, and you find out upon further investigation, it actually went as far as the Cabal Empire outside of our solar system. Now, what this teased for one is that the Cabal aren't actually native to our galaxy. Their empire is outside of our system, and they are an outside threat. So does this mean the same thing for all the other races? Probably. Now, with that said as well, you have to take into consideration that with that being done, this was actually in the events of the Taken King where Oryx was still a very big threat. So what probably happened with this signal was for them to saying, send help, massive threat, and sources spread thin. I would assume those would be your three main topics for that message, with the massive threat being Oryx, not the Guardians, as the Guardians have been a pretty ragtag team of bunch until very recently in that campaign. Now, with that said as well, they probably still had it where, their resources are spread thin, and on taking on, the Guardians, plus fending off the scavenging House of Wolves on Mars, and while being in a minor war front with the Vex, that they are just becoming too spread thin to actually effectively take on Oryx, and that their general strike team has failed in blowing up the planetary core. So what we're going to wind up seeing as a Cabal Empire response is they're going to send massive forces to deal with all of these issues, and instead when they get here, we're the only remaining issue. So we're going to have to deal with this completely head on, just like when the Taken King invaded, but hopefully on a far grander scale, actually feeling like we're being completely invaded. And what I believe this is going to happen is the Cabal are going to sweep in and have full dominance in the solar system, with us once again having to go out and try and establish new outposts and beachheads that will provide us in linking up maybe new colonies, who knows, but definitely on Earth, we're going to see it being more of a survival mode like Destiny 1 should have been. And what I mean by this is in Destiny 1, you immediately start off as a Guardian and already starting your journey of being Legend, but you never really developed your moral reasoning and your character's motivation or anything. You just got revived, awoken, whatever you want to call it, and went to work. So hopefully in Destiny 2, we're going to see the Guardians kind of ripped apart a bit, really pushed back. We're hopefully going to see maybe some important deaths happen that level the playing field back down to scratch where we can genuinely start over. But the only issue with this is none of your gear will transfer over, including your microtransactions. And that was, of course, a crafty discussion of, I believe, a week or two ago, so be sure to check out that discussion. But today, of course, we are talking about the trailer and what we think of Destiny 2. So back on topic. With that all done, I think what's going to happen is you're going to be in a set outfit, maybe for ceremonial purposes, or, maybe it's fast forwarded a year or two and you're wearing a whole thing of new armor and you've got a new standard gun or whatever, and they're all probably really good in that stat range. And then when you go and run to get to your kiosk and get your gear, it's going to get blown up or something, and all of your loot's going to be gone, and that's how they're going to wind up going about it. And there might even be little things down the road where you can try and re-earn the old schematics for the old guns. That might be a system they bring in, who knows. But generally, that's how I feel it's going to go. We're going to see the Cabal completely just invade Earth, invade our solar system, and we're going to be stuck on Earth for a bit, rebuilding and fending off this new threat and establishing control, and then trying to take the fight to them. I believe that's going to be the theme, and it is very exciting, so I cannot wait. So what do you think? Do you think that that is how Destiny 2 is going to play out, or do you have a different theory? Be sure to let us know in the comment section below and jump in on this conversation. We love having these with you guys. That is everything for today's video. So before you go, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as I've already stated, and as well share this amongst your friends and peers if you think they would enjoy this content we are consistently providing and would love to be a part of our CGS community. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for your patience in the lateness of our videos as of late due to that medical concern with our friend and colleague that happened very early this week on Sunday. Be sure to stay tuned in, and of course, stay crafty, everyone.